What's going on, everybody? I'm Jordan, and this is Degenerate Candlesticks. Now, with last week's minor setback, I had a decision to make. And Friday, I transferred $1,300 into my Schwab account. This put me at just slightly over $2,000, allowing me to get approved for margin on my account. I now have roughly $7,000 to trade with. Let's see how I handle it in this week's trades. Now, going into this week, I knew I was going to have to really buckle down on the trades that I was going to make. So I spent some time this weekend refining my scanner, as well as enabling a different template for active orders on thinkorswim. The template allows for a limit order and a stop order to be placed to ensure that I do not go above my set losses and take some profit when it's there. This will be relevant later. However, the bell rings on Monday and an old familiar face shows up. It looks like LIFW is going to be the stock we trade again. I end up buying 100 shares at $6.90. Now, with the new template, as I placed my order, it also placed a stop order of 25 cents as well as a limit order of $1 at the same time. In hindsight, this was a bad idea, because as I went to sell, my order got rejected, as I already had a sell order in place through the template. This caused a little frustration and a little panic, and it took my profitable position into somewhat of a danger zone.
Because you're in the danger zone!
I end up selling at a $6.49 loss. I realize the template is not the way to go for my style of day trading, and it's just going to get in the way. But I'm confident LIFW is still going to move, so I get ready to make my second trade of the day. LIFW ends up climbing up to just over $7, and I buy 100 shares, getting in at $7.02. I ended up holding on to the position for about 3 minutes as it kept slowly climbing up, and I ended up selling the position at $7.17, making my profit for the day roughly $8.51. LIFW continues to climb, and now that I have margin on my account, I feel like I should try shorting this stock. It climbs up to $8.25, and I try and take a short position. However, my order is rejected, as it turns out there was some technical error, and because it was my first day trading on margin, the ability to take a short position hadn't been applied yet. This ends up being a blessing in disguise, as Tuesday ends up being my most profitable day. But before we get to the last trade of the week, if you're liking this content, hit that like and subscribe button, as it really helps out the channel, and I would really appreciate it. With that, let's get to the final trade. So after doing the math last week, I knew I had to apply for margin on my account. I also knew 100 shares was not going to get me to my goal fast enough. If I want to reach my goal, I'm going to have to start upping the share size, and that was my plan for Tuesday. I ended up hitting the scanners, and INVO caught my eye. Based on its current price, I was going to be able to buy roughly 600 shares as opposed to my standard 100 share position. So I ended up taking a 600 share position at around $2.30. I held on to this position for roughly 6 minutes, as it kind of just lingered, but still respected the $2.30 line. It ended up moving up, and I closed my position at $2.34, taking $26.52 in profit. With my final trade wrapped up, it brings this week to a close. Now, I have plenty to think about before next week. But what about you? What was your best trade this week? Have you ever had a stock you just ended up trading for multiple weeks in a row? Let me know down in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the other videos in the playlist. Take care. I'll talk to you guys next week.